Hello, everyone, and welcome back to the Pulp, where we share the stories, people, and tools that keep ProCon moving forward. Today, I am your solo host, Maddie, and today we're diving into something that affects every one of us, benefits. We're joined today by Bill Whiteley, the CEO of our benefits partner, Proximal. We invited Bill here today to talk about how Proximal helps employees who are facing a major health event. Whether you've used Proximal before or you're hearing about it for the first time, this episode will help you understand what's available, how to access it, and how these benefits can help you. Before we get started, I am in an AI-generated background studio here. I had some technical errors in our normal studio this morning, and Bill happened to have created his own Pulp studio prior to this and was able to send me the background so that we could be in the same place, which worked out perfect because my camera was giving me some issues. So, all right, with that heads up, let's go ahead and get into it. All right, so now we have Bill. Bill, welcome to the Pulp. Thank you for joining us. We're happy to have you here.
Yeah, thank you, Maddie. Thanks for having us, and thanks for the opportunity to tell employees more about the Proximal benefit. It's really wonderful to be here.
Yeah, so let's go ahead and start with the basics. So we started with Proximal back on January 1st of this year. And we did that because we saw the awesome support that you guys provide for 4 really challenging health times that our employees can face. So that includes pregnancy, hospitalization, cancer, and severe autoimmune diseases. We believe that this benefit provides and it fills an important gap by providing extra support when folks need it most. Bill, can you expand a bit on what Proximal offers employees dealing with these challenges?
Sure thing, Maddie. Proximal provides support in 2 key ways. First, we make it easier for employees to find a top-rated in-network physician for one of these major events. And second, we provide a direct cash benefit to help employees offset their out-of-pocket healthcare expenses when these events occur.
Okay, that's great. Could you provide an example of a real-world scenario when an employee might use this?
Yeah, Maddie, why don't I take hospitalizations? You mentioned that hospitalizations is one of the 4 major events that we cover. So let's say that an employee or one of their dependents has an injury or illness that might require them to go to the hospital. We know that the most important decision that they're going to make is who they pick as their doctor. And finding that doctor and having confidence in picking the right high quality doctor can be really overwhelming, especially when you're already feeling sick or you're injured. Most people don't have an expert like an orthopedic surgeon or a cardiologist that they already know and they already have lined up ahead of time, right? Most of us don't have that. That's where we step in. So we've done the research across the entire country to identify the top physicians that are inside your health plan network. And these are providers with a strong record of really great clinical outcomes and positive patient reviews. So when employees log into our website, we show them the short list of those top physicians. We call them designated physicians. We show them that top list of designated physicians right in their community, wherever it is they live, right? And we just try to give them that short list to make the decision easier. You know, a lot of people, when they're looking for a doc, they go to the health plan website and, they'll see 100 or 1,000 docs. It's, it's too hard to pick from there. So we shrink it down to a short list. Here are 5 or 10, that you can really have a lot of confidence are great docs. It takes the guesswork out, gives people a peace of mind. And so when they're facing a serious medical event, they've got a little confidence going into that with their doctor.
I think that's huge. Picking a doctor or surgeon or something like that is a big decision. And we want to make sure that we choose ones that are going to provide proper care and be the best in the area. So I really love that feature that you guys have. But in addition to that, you also mentioned earlier that you have an extra cash benefit for these events. Can you tell us more about what that benefit provides in the instance of a hospitalization?
Sure thing. Sticking with the hospitalization example, let's say the employee is looking for that specialist, that surgeon, that cardiologist. They find one on our site. They take that recommendation. They use that specialist for the hospitalization. We're going to send them a $1,500 cash benefit when they use that designated physician for that covered hospitalization. And they can use that money to pay copays, deductibles, other caregiving expense, just the expenses that are associated with being sick. That $1,500 will help them get through that episode.
Yeah, that's really helpful when you're talking deductibles, copays, all of that, etc. But what about employees who already have a preferred physician?
Well, they might, maybe it's the second time that they're having a procedure, or it's somebody they already know, or maybe it's an emergency situation. They didn't get a chance to pick their own doctor. If they just come to our site, tell us about their experience of care, provide a little bit of review on the care they received, we send them a $300 benefit, and they can use that $300 also for copays, coinsurance, and deductibles. And then they're also providing information to help us get smarter in the future about the recommendations we make.
Oh, that's a great add-on where you're still getting credit even if you do use a doctor outside of this. But you guys are learning on who in the area is best too. So that's awesome. We talked a little bit about hospitalization being one of the examples. That's a pretty broad category. Can you elaborate on the types that qualify for this benefit?
All right, so the way to think about it is we cover all overnight hospitalizations. So if someone is admitted to an inpatient hospital, stays, 1 or 2 nights, that's a covered hospitalization. We also cover 800 same-day hospitalizations because, as you know, today, a lot of things that you used to get admitted overnight, you can now do the same day, go home. And so some of the examples of same-day hospitalizations that we cover are knee replacements, gallbladder removals, hernia repairs, hysterectomies. Those increasingly are done on an outpatient basis. People are discharged and they get home that same day. We don't cover minor events, and some examples of that would be things like colonoscopies or endoscopies, right? So think about this as kind of the more major event. And employees can always contact us or check our website or give us a phone call if they're not sure about their particular event and whether or not it's covered.
Awesome. Thanks, Bill. Let's move on to another important area, a new pregnancy. How does that benefit work exactly?
Great question, Maddie. In pregnancy, the most important thing is early prenatal care, right? Early prenatal care we know is linked to great outcomes for both the mom and the baby. And that's why we offer that $1,500 benefit as soon as mom is using a designated physician, an obstetrician, could be a nurse midwife, but they're using a designated physician for their prenatal care. And all mom has to do is submit a bill or an after visit summary after that prenatal visit, and that $1,500 benefit is payable right at the beginning of the pregnancy.
Awesome. So what if it isn't a first-time mom and she already has an OB that she trusts?
Yeah, absolutely. If you've already had a baby and you trust that OB, we don't want to disrupt that relationship in any way. We really respect those relationships. But once again, we just ask mom, hey, send us a copy of a bill from a prenatal visit. Give us a review of that OB so we get smarter about who to recommend in the future, and we'll pay a $300 cash benefit.
Awesome. What if the mom is just learning about this benefit now? Can she still claim it?
Yeah, she sure can. If she was covered by the ProCon health plan anytime after January 1st of this year, and she had prenatal care or delivered a baby during that time, then she can claim that benefit. That benefit's payable once per pregnancy, and she has up to 12 months to get that claim in and completed with us. So she's got a little window of time here to still get it done.
Wow, that's great to know. But that also raises an interesting question. Can employees and dependents claim more than one benefit each year?
They sure can. So the benefits work like this. So the pregnancy benefit is payable once per pregnancy, and then the hospitalization benefit is payable for each unrelated hospitalization. So, if somebody had a baby at the beginning of the year and a knee surgery at the end of the year, those are two different benefits, and the employee would be eligible both times.
Okay, awesome. Well, that's very helpful. So the next step then that we need to know is how to actually claim the benefit. Can you walk us through the process of that?
We try to make this super simple, Maddie. So members can go straight to our website and self-serve. They can also give us a phone call and we'll walk them through it. But basically, at the end of the day, all we need is a document that has 4 things on it: the patient's name, the doctor's name, what was done, and when it was done. That's it, just those 4 things. Now, a lot of times the doctor bill has all 4 of those things on it. Sometimes it's a discharge sheet from the hospital, have all those 4 things on it. It might be the patient portal might have those 4 things on it. Really, anything that's got those 4 things on it will do the job for us. You just come to our website, you upload it. If you're doing it on your mobile phone, you can just take a picture of that document. You can sit it on your table and take a picture of it. We try to make that super simple.
Awesome. That sounds really quick and easy. How do employees then physically receive the benefit payout once that comes in?
Again, we try to keep that really simple. So once we have everything we need, it takes us about 3 days to adjudicate that claim and get it in the paid status, and then we FedEx the benefit check. So that benefit check is going to come in FedEx. in a physical check. That'll be a $1,500 check if the employee chooses a designated physician for the covered event, or $300 if they use any other physician for the covered event. And so if somebody makes a claim on Monday, most of the time, they've got that check in their hands by Friday.
Oh, wow. That's a quick turnaround. Yeah. Very nice. So I just want to jump back to, you also mentioned two other benefits, one for cancer and one for severe autoimmune disease. Can you say a little bit about those benefits quickly?
Yeah, those benefits work the same general way, which is we help employees find a top-ranked oncologist or a top-ranked rheumatologist. They can find them on our website. They can call us any way that they want to get our help. And then we pay a benefit of $1,500 if the employee uses the designated oncologist or rheumatologist, and $300 if they use any other rheumatologist or oncologist. That cancer benefit and the severe autoimmune disease benefit are payable once per calendar year. So in some cases, well, certainly in the case of a severe autoimmune disease, that's an every year thing. So the member can come back each year and make that claim. And sometimes, a cancer treatment will go more, into 2 years. So that benefit could be claimed in each of those 2 calendar years.
Okay, got it. All right, Bill, thank you so much again. This is all really valuable information and reassurance for all of our ProCon employees. Here in Appleton, earlier this year, we had Shane from Proximal come and share information about Proximal with our employees, but I personally wasn't able to attend that meeting. And so hearing from you and listening to this podcast, I'm able to gain all that information, see what a great resource and benefit this is to all of our employees. I mean, just getting a designated physician, seeing who is really highly rated in the area, that's huge. But then on top of that, you also have that cash benefit for us. So that is a huge benefit that I hope more of our employees learn about and take advantage of here in the future.
Well, Maddie, thanks for an opportunity to come on the Pulp and talk about the benefit. And we are always happy to take phone calls, emails, support employees in any way. Don't be shy. If they're uncertain or they have a question, use this as a resource. We really look forward to engaging with people.
Perfect. Well, just so everyone's aware, we will put their contact information in the show notes here. But I did want to thank everyone for joining in on this week's episode of The Pulp. Remember that these benefits exist to help you and your family whenever major health events arise. You can always contact Proximal. You can contact our HR. Hannah would be a great resource as well and can get you in touch with them. But until next time, stay safe, stay curious, and keep making ProCon great.